building this AI agent from scratch that will perform certain task. So that is what we are going to do in this session. So starting off like last session, we did like a overview of AI agents, what they can do, some theory around that, some material with that. And this like we will be practically doing building an AI agent. And if you don't have any experience before, that is no problem because here we will be using a vibe coding tool like such as this Claude Code. So that should not be a problem. But before going ahead, like I want to ask you guys, like have you used any Copilot before, like this GitHub Copilot or Cursor or Claude Code? Um, I want to know from the new guys like Mika and Gaurav Jha. Okay, Venkatesh, you have used that. Just you can raise your hands and all. If you have used these copilots like Copilot, Claude Code, Anti-Gravity to build AI applications, just you can raise your hands. Hi, Vinci Jan. Welcome to the session. Okay, I will assume that you guys have not yet used these platforms, right? Okay, cool. So I will be just sharing the sheet that I showed last time, like related to AI agents, what they are, and give a quick walkthrough, like in the few more next few more minutes. Then we will start off by building a simple AI agent that will just go on a website, do some research, take some information from them, and will be able to do certain action like sending a mail. So basically, it will write a mail and then even it will send the mail to the receiver, and that mail will be like specific to some business. So let's see some what are the applications of AI agents and where those AI agents can be used. Then we will go ahead to building those things. Also, like we will be using some tools like Serper, Google Serper API that will help us to scrape the web that will be used by our AI agent. Okay, great. So before going ahead, I will like to ask, like, have you guys built any project, any coding project before this session? Like, are you familiar with writing Python code? If yes, just you can raise your hands. Vinci, Mika, Gaurav, Jain, Gaurav Jha. Okay. Okay, Mika have done a little bit of coding and built some projects. Gaurav Jha, Vinci, Abhishek. All right. No issues. Okay, cool. So I will be giving you a quick overview of this AI agent. So I have a PDF, and also by the end of this session, I will share this PDF with you so that you can go through this document on your free time. Also, in detail, we have covered this on our last session. So if you are interested, you can watch the video in the website as well. So all the recordings are there in this website, aibuilder.space. All right. So is my screen visible? Like, is it clear? Can you able to see?
Yep, it's visible.
All right, great, thanks. Yeah, so basically AI agents are these days are like very powerful because they can actually perform certain actions. Like we have seen LLMs, right? These large language models. So these large language models can understand what you want to communicate. They can understand your words, and they will help you in many ways. But they are not able to perform any task. If you will say them to perform any task like buy a shoes, they will not be able to buy the shoes because they don't have the access to those tools, like access to your credit card or access to some other website or to access to the delivery partner, right? But again, AI agents have those components that help them to take certain actions. So that is what we are going to discuss. Like I will give you a quick overview. So basically, AI agents can autonomously navigate through the environment and make decisions and take actions to achieve specific goal. So here, a specific goal can be buying a shoes. And now to do that, it will understand the environment. Like it will ask you certain question. What is the budget that you want to buy the shoes? What's your size? What is your color preference? So it will try to understand the environment and try to take more perception around the problem statement. And then it will make some decision. And here it will use the LLMs. So here it will try to understand the user's question. Then it will think and plan. And then it will break the complex task into steps. And then it will use some memory, like the information that it is asked from the user and store in the database. And when it is relevant, it will fetch that information. And at last, it will do some action or calling the tool, basically calling some API. Like for example, in our case, we will be taking the help of this API that is Serper. If you go on serper.dev, so if you guys are parallelly working with me, so you can go on this website server.dev and you can check out, log in here and get your API key from here. So this will be we will be using this to build the agent. So now our agent will be able to call this tool, access the database, do the code execution, do the web search, and based upon that, it will take certain action, perform the specific goal. Right now, there can be different types of AI agents. And so what we will be building is like the goal based agent, right? And this is the agent loop. So we have discussed all of these things in the last thing. And here are the different types of agent architecture, and here are the specific domains. So we will try to build something for related to commerce. So for let's take an example of e-commerce domain example, like what agent in a e-commerce domain can do. So it can have a capability to uh, get the personalized product recommendation. Like it can look at different products and give the recommendation for a person and give this personalized recommendation based on preferences that a customer, that a client have. It can do comparison, price comparison, right? So LLMs can understand what the person need and what is the product looks like, and it can match their preference, right? And also for the newcomers, you already don't have a LLM access, so you can go to Gemini Studio and get your key from here in the Google Studio. So if you will check out in the Google Studio here in the settings or somewhere, you will be able to get the Gemini key that you can use. So now this Gemini key or this LLM will have the understanding of this uh, product and the user user requirement. And based upon that, it will be able to take the order and perform the task, right? So basically, this is the certain steps, and we will try to see all this thing in this session. And so basically, what our building an AI agent looks like, right? So first of all, we define a purpose or a goal here. Then second, we design an agent architecture, like which type of agent do we want to build? The agent that does the planning and then execute, right? So this is what we are going to do. So the our agent will first plan. It will take some more information from internet, from Google about a specific suppose any business, and it will write a email to them about their business, and it will execute. It will send that email to that business. So then the third is the LLM. So we will be using Gemini here, since Gemini is accessible for all of us, right? So before going ahead, so LLM, we will be using Gemini here. Before going ahead, I want to just know from you guys if you have already used a little bit of LLM before, or if you are a complete new. Like if you have used it in, if you don't know anything about LLMs, you can just raise your hands. If you have not used Gemini API or any other LLM before, you can just raise your hand. So you all have a little bit idea about Gemini API, right? Gemini LLM. Have you used it from the API perspective? Like, have you used the API of the Gemini? If you are not, you can just raise your hands. Gaurav, Mihika, Vinci, Abhishek, you all have used it, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. So if you even if you have not used, you can just get the key from there, and you can tell your chatbot to build this. But again, like assuming that you have used as they use that. So now we will connect this API and databases so that it will be able to perform some function calling interface, right? And then it will add some memory and the context. So let's see how we are going to build this. And these are the challenges that we have discussed. So we will see, like, we will make sure that our LLM don't hallucinate or make any errors, and the API calls are fine, right? The API calls are not expensive, and yeah, so we will make sure of these things, and we will follow these best practices. Okay, great. So if you guys are following along me, right? So I will ask you all to open your Studio Code, right? Okay. And let's create a new folder here. Okay. Okay, guys, let's keep this session interactive. I want you guys to ask questions or share your experience with the Claude code or vibe coding or specific, like using instruction. Not, I will not say vibe coding because vibe coding would be a wrong term. Here we'll be using specific tasks. So we'll have a specific task and that we will try to achieve that, right? So from you guys till whatever we have done till now. Everything is fine, understandable, right? If you are clear till now, you can just raise your hands. So I will just move ahead. All right. All right. Okay, great. So now let's come back again here and I will share my screen to share what we are going to build here. All right. So you can see my screen, right? So here we have this, uh, we are going to build this AI agent here. So what this will be going to do is it will be going to do some market research, right? And now what is important in this market research is uh, competitors, right? So what we will be going to do is we will be going to their websites and see what problems they are solving, right? And now then, yeah, now you guys can uh, Raise hands. Raise your hands down. If you have any question, then you can obviously put your hands up. Okay, cool. So we will be giving in input here. So we will be giving a domain here. Suppose say fashion or something, fashion or electronics. And on this domain, it will be doing the market research. It will be finding the competitors. Our agent will be finding the competitors. It will be finding their websites, and it will find the content from their website, the blogs or articles or whatever information that they have put on their website, right? And based upon that, it will try to write some email. Okay. Now imagine just you are a website developer. Okay. Suppose you are working for a website development company. So this can be any software or any service. Just taking the example of website developer. And you are looking for the clients, right? So now you are looking for the clients like in fashion, it can be uh, beauty, or it can be electronics or anything. Like yes. So it can be anything like electronics or anything, right? Now you can build websites for these categories here. And now what you are going to do is you are going to do a market research on these domains. You're going to find who all clients are there, right? What's their website, what is their content, what's their information in their uh, whatever content is there in their website, right? And based upon that, you will try to see what they are building or what service they provide, what are they going to do, right? And based upon this, you are finding the context here. As we have discussed, the context is the most important, right? So the information from their website is coming to us as a context here. Now, how we will be getting this information, right? Now, this information will be coming us through us in this Serper API. Now, Serper API will give us the content or the website content, and we will be using this Gemini LLM here to write a compelling email. So to write a compelling email, so first before writing a compelling email, we will find their problem, pain problem, right? That we can improve their website, right? Pain problem, and then we will write an email that says that we are going to improve your website by this. Okay. Okay, let's not take the website. Let's take a content creator. Okay. Since they already have a website, let's not take the website. We can also take a website developer. We can say that we are improving their website. But for the simplicity, let's say we are a content creator. Like we can write a content for the content writer. Okay. Or social media or anything. So now we will find the pain problem or their domain where they are working or their domain, what is their ICP, ideal customer profile, right? And based upon that, we will be writing the email. And now again, what our agent will be going to do is our agent will be going to, once they have written this email, now our agent will send this email on their mail address. Okay. This is the simple idea here. We have a domain here. We will be going to their website and collecting information using Serper API. And then we will be using Gemini here, finding the pain problem and sending them the email. All right. So any doubt till here, anyone? Like, how do you think what could be improved here, or if any suggestions you have? Okay,
I wanna know more about that domain and ICP thing. Like that's new to me.
okay. So that is a good, like basically there we are trying to understand more about the company, like whatever you are going to write in that email, so that will be more accurate or more better for that company. So there in that thing, there could be multiple things. We can do more collect more information about that company. So I think that is a broad topic. I think that we should take by the end of the session. Okay. By the end of the session, or we will can put a complete separate session for that where we are building the context, right? So as you were saying, like finding the pain problem in that, so the domain and the ICP, right? So let's keep this for the end of the session, and we'll touch that later. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the server here, and in this API, I'm going to create a new API. Say this, and this API will help me to find my results. Okay. I will create a new file here, environment, let's say API. I will say server API. Now I've just pasted this here. Second thing that I will do is I will find a Google my app password here that will help me to send the email. Go to this account and I will find my app password here. From
So like you are like basically finding your Gmail password here, no?
not Gmail password, I am finding the app password. So app password is a different thing that helps you to send your email like programmatically. Basically, this using this password, my Python code or my program will be able to send messages.
Where do we find that, bro?
You can just go on your Gmail here, on your Gmail dashboard here, Google accounts. You have seen this, right? Google accounts here.
Yeah,
On the
yeah.
three dots here, you can go here, and here you can type here app password.
Okay.
You can create a new app password here, and you can just paste that also here. Now we also need a Gemini key here. So we'll go and create a Gemini key again. I think I have a working API key. Let me check. Okay, let's. Okay, so we are good. Like for LLM, we have Gemini key here. For app password, we have this Gmail here, this code here, and I think this is fine now. Till now, here we have everything here. Now let's specify what we want to do, right? So everything we will keep in this. Now let's create a plan folder file here. Here we are going to plan everything, right? Now what we want, right? So we are going to build uh, this agent for we are. I want to build an agent for content uh, writer. So basically, I will tell I want to build an agent that does the market research and find the relevant companies on given given domain, user defined. So user will tell which domain, right? Example, fashion or travel. So now user will define the domain, and on this it will do the market research. Market research. Now again here you can tell, like as Abhishek asked, like it will find the domain ICP and all. So here we can tell that. So I want to build the market research that will find the relevant companies. For those companies, it should get their details from their website. For that, it can use Server API. I will also tell just Server API is provided in API file, right? So API file is of the same directory. Okay. So we have just provided the API key of the server also in the same directory. Now, once this have done the collected the information from the server, now based upon the company details, find the pain problem that each company solve. What are their services? What are their main, where they are based off? So everything related to their business, right? Where they are based, and okay, and what they are looking for. Okay, fine. This is fine. It will like look more detailed and every another details. Now it will find these details. Okay, now based upon this, it will find pain problem, and based on these company information, write a compelling email to those businesses. Those businesses, and also find. So now before doing that, so again here the interesting part is there. Now also you will need the emails, right? Now if you want to actually build this application for scale, like if you really want to build this application and sell this and to reach this out, you can go this some email service providers are there, like Apollo, that provides the API, sorry, the email of the businesses, right? So you can use them to get email of any business. So they can give you emails of any business, like any company, like Google CEO or like any new startup, their CEO, their CTO. So you can find any emails related to do that. But for starting, we can just find the emails from the footer also. Like there are websites like any new business, like suppose if you shop near. So, for example, for any new website, so like eatsure.com, let's take any local shop. Let's take this example only. So, for this example, this website also, they will have provide the email at the bottom, right? The contact email at the bottom of their page. So, we can just pick that. Sometimes they don't provide that. So, we'll have to keep that on mind. But most of the websites provide their email on their page, right? So we'll just say that also find the email for those companies. Once this is done, after this, now we will break this into steps, right? So we don't have to do that. So we will just completely tell this right now, everything, and at the end we will just tell it to break it into steps. And we'll say that use the information that you have collected to, okay, so it has also, we already did that. Write a compelling email, also find the email those using server API. And then finally send the email using the API password provided in API style. I will just copy and or just I will go to my chat here and I will tell my copilot here. So here, this is the context. So these two files are the context here, the basic context here. And now you can improve this more. You can improve this, right? So
Well, can you go to the plan?
yes.
So basically, you told to write a compelling email, right? So it will get it from via separate API for different websites and everything. But you have not mentioned anything about the LLM right here, right? You have told that like this is a separate API key and all that stuff. So I think,
Yeah, you're actually right here. So first it will write the compelling email using the LLM, right? Using the Gemini. Okay. So ideally it will understand if you would miss that, but I miss that again. But if you want to specify that, you can also do that. So here it will use the Gemini LLM here, right? To write that email based upon that information that it has find using this server here. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Like this is a very broken or like this is a very starting point here. So on top of this, you can build this. But again, so this is just the plan. Now again, you can specify the text tag and all those things that you have already done on in that um, for that PDF file, right? In the starting thing. So you can create that as that also. But this is a very simple thing. Like here, you are just planning it, and then it is taking some action. Right? Okay. So we can just tell it to build this. And if there is something missing, it will just try to ask me. So now here you can see that it is doing multiple things here, like searching for companies in the given domain, scrapes by companies using Serper API and all those things. Then generate an email using Gemini LLM, find company using Serper API, then sends the email via a Gmail. Right. So here these are the major tasks. First, finding the more details about the companies using Server API. Second, analyzing the company info, finding the pain points, services, goals, generating the email using the Gemini API, and then finding the email and then sending the email. So these are the three things, right? First, here, scraping the company details. Second is generating the compelling email. Then third is the sending the email. And the rest of the thing is the same as we have done last week in building the application, right? So again, it will build the front end and back end for this thing. Any doubts or anything you guys want to share?
Bro, if we are not giving the front end and back end, we can run it in the terminal, right? What exactly we need. So since we want it as a complete applications, so we are giving it in the form of build like in the Python, Jan, like back end and React front end, right?
Yes, right. So that we can deploy it and share with other users.
Okay. Bro, this server key can be used in a number of times, like Google is Gemini API key.
Yes, yes. Until this credit gets finished. So until you have this credit here, so you can use that. You can track the usage here itself. In this Google AI Studio, in this usage, you will see like how much usage you are going to hit, how much limit is, how much credits are remaining. So you can see that here. So here also like there are multiple things like rate limit, spend, and all those things that it shares. You can check this. Priyan, did you tried building something on your cloud code or face any issues, challenge, or you want to share your screen until this completes?
Bro, I'm just like exploring few small things, bro. I've not built it completely. Last
Hmm.
time we built a simple UI for that app like for mine actually. I have to again rework on something on the design and everything. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll do that.
Okay, okay. Just try to like finish the application part by this week itself, and like try to have some kind of agentic workflow in that, like where it plans and then do some task. Same for Abhishek you as well. Neil, I think last in the last session we discussed more about this AI agent. So like you can watch the last video. So there we have also taken some example of a finance use case there, and like e-commerce use case, like how agents can be used there. So like in your use case, like it will do some planning based upon that document for banks, and based upon that, it will give the suggestions, and maybe it can take some certain actions by like integrating some
Mm.
um, bank APIs. So you can just explore that. Now it says that this is done, like the final document is here, the feature overview is here.
And one more thing here, bro. Like most of the apps that has been like generated by the Copilot or the Cloud, right? It gives a purple color for all those applications, right?
Yeah,
Uh, so
yeah,
uh, how to improve the for example, like it's clearly evident that we have built it via vibe coding and everything. So how to make it look it like a real
yes,
application, something like that. So how did
yes. Yeah, so for that, like I also last time suggested you this application, right? V0.
okay,
So
V0.
in this V0, you can come and explore here, and you will see like good design are here, and see which design is like related to your application. And even here you can search which kind of app you are going to build here, like related to healthcare.
can the code can be transferred to cloud, or like we have to take a
Yes, yes.
okay, it
You
can
have
be
to
transferred.
download this. Yeah, you will have to download the code here, and then you can work from the cloud there.
Okay, okay, got it.
So suppose this code, you can just open this in V0 and download the code.
Was LangChain also discussed in the previous class?
We didn't went through the documentation much, but we discussed like how it is used and where it can be used. All those things.
It's recorded, right? It's
Yeah, yeah. Also, we are thinking to have something so that will help you also like to improve the prompts and to track whatever you are doing wrong. Right, even like it will suggest you like how to improve this prompt. So basically, whatever interaction that you do in the cloud code, it will try to track that and it will try to see the usage of that. So we will let you know like once that is built. Right now, it is testing the functionality of whatever we have asked it. So here, server call is failed. Also, where is the code for server here? So you will have to make sure that your key is running and all those things so that it will tell does not have enough credits. Okay. So my server don't have the enough credits of this ID. I think I have used all of them. Yes, for this month. Just change my ID. Actually, this API is used in another project. So that project has used all of it. Like Now again it is doing the mistake, so I have to tell it use Gemini 0.5 mesh. Now again it says Gemini Serper is working here. So you will have to keep on checking these outputs. So now here it is saying that Serper is working now. Okay, so the two important part like web scraping and the email generation are working now. Now it is checking for the email sending, the third agent. Basically, the two agents are working. So basically, this is a multi-agentic system, like where two agents are there for searching the web. Second is writing the email. Third is the sending the mail. Now you can again use the orchestrator or again use some framework like LangChain to improvise this. But the functionality wise right now, let's see how long it takes. Okay, it says that app password is expired, so I will have to create a new password again here. So this part is needs some fix now. Other thing are past. Okay, earlier I gave the Gmail name wrong. Spelling mistake was there. Okay, I received the email just now. So this is a test email, test market research agent that is coming from my email itself. Email sending is working. Now again, we can do the same thing on some other cloud services like AWS, Google Cloud Console, and host this application there. And multiple things can be done ahead. But this is the basic building basic agent here. Now this could be deployed over other services, other cloud services, from where it can scale up. Okay, now it sent me another email again. Test again. Now, yeah. So here it says, okay, I'm writing sincere admirer groundworking work in demystifying sustainability in fashion and beauty. Something it has written. Okay. So this is one tool that you can do, like sending an email. Similar to this, like there can be other thing like booking the calendar or multiple different things. So just try doing this, try to explore this, and yes, like you will find some ways to integrate this on your application as well. Try doing that, and like if you face any issues, do let me know. Like we can discuss that as well, right? So now it will run on the same port, localhost of 5000 here. This is the backend here, localhost 5000. Just check localhost 5000. Mhm.
Did it find it any leads and send it via email or only the test one?
It will find the leads on using the circle. Let's see like how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, so here you are seeing that this is purplish, right? So you can just you make the use of V0 here. So this is not a big deal, but the functionality should work well. It should solve the problem. Basically, this you can just replace the colors and all the background color. You can add a image, but it should solve a problem. It should. Also, you can use the console to see what all issues are there, and all the debugging can be done here. Sometimes what happens is like it keeps on running the old process. So right now this is running the old process. After this we did some changes. Then our co-pilot or co-assistant try to run this. But sometimes the process keep will be like the older one. Like here this shows the process ID, PID. So you have to make sure that after your code is changed, that the this PID gets updated. That means the new code is running, right? So your backend should the old code should not run, the new code should be running, right? So that you have to check here. And yes, now you can see here, this is showing us these companies. So our server have done its job. So this web search agent have find the top 5 companies now here. And also here it is giving us some errors, some Gemini error in here, also like related to quota exceeded. Maybe I don't have the quota in that key remaining. But these are the 5 companies in the fashion regarding these companies are there for this it will write an email. Now again you can make it more specific. Right now here just we are giving fashion, right? Industry domain. You can keep this city, which city you want to do this. Suppose Delhi. It will give you the 5 fashion companies in Delhi, right? And for specific thing. So you can make this specific here, and here number of companies you can increase or decrease, and based upon this it will give you some more information. So this is their description. This is the AI company analysis, that these are the main problems These are the pin problems that these companies solving. Pin problems solved by the companies, consumer needs and desires, addresses fundamental needs for clothing, trends, fashion, accessibility, brand loyalty, sustainability, ethics, their services, what they provide. So this is also important, like what service do they provide, do they offer, right? Services about them. Now you can make this thing beautiful, but again, making this beautiful is the final step, but making this useful should be the first step. So right now it is like 10% useful. It is giving the problem statements, the services, and all those things about that company. What are their main goals? It is giving us that. What is the location? Okay, and all those relevant data and all those things. So it is giving us some information. However, it is still not giving us the company's email. Company email is not found. Company email is not found here also. Here also, I think company email is not found. Yes, but again, like if you will make this more filter, if you ask it to again to make sure that it has the emails, to find the emails from the footer section and all those things, it will find the emails as well, right? Now the next step will be like to now first agent, like the first step is done, where it is able to do the research, and then like now a button will be there that will just send the email in the similar fashion on this email with this to us on our email, right? Okay, fine. I think again here we were not able to find the email from this website, but again if you will go some more detail we will be able to do that. I think let's keep this from here till here in this session. Basically this is doing the research. Our agent is able to do the research, but again keeping in mind that this is a very basic thing, and in like the 3 or 4 prompts we have built this. If you increase this and if you put some more effort here, you will be able to make it more useful, right? So let's see that, and and let's discuss like how we can improvise this in upcoming session. But this, yeah, this is a simple agent that you can build in like less than like 30 minutes, and you can keep on improving this. Any doubt or anything that you guys have? Again, like sending email is can also work, but again you will have to find some emails from that, right? That will be able to find that email, and once that email is found, then you can send that email. Any doubt, anyone?
No, all good from my side.
Cool. Yeah, so that is it, right? Like the you can explore it more, and like for your specific case, like for student management system, like you can send email to teacher or to student whenever there is some action and all those things. That all is possible. Again, we can discuss that in individual session, and let's see, and like let's try to have some kind of agentic flow in your application by the end of this week, and let's discuss that. And if you need any help, you can just reach out to us. Okay, we'll try happy to help you. Okay, cool. And with the next week, like we'll start to deploy this like on person, or if any cloud resource is required, we will be happy to help in hosting. Okay, if anything you can ask, or else we'll just conclude this today. We'll share you some more resources to build this agent for your specific thing. You can just watch those videos as well.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, great. You guys can leave. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Chid bro. Krishna. one question, Krishna. So this API key, right? So we are getting exhausted. So recently, I bought a Cloud Core subscription, Pro subscription. Was I'm trying to do my projects, everything on Cloud Pro. What Chit has done today. So for these API keys and all, do, do we need to pay like few dollars, like $3, $5 or something, like to get the API key, or we can use this the old free one. Which one? Free one. Right? Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, bro. Thank you. Today's session was information, bro. Was good actually. Thank you.